Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of the Fishing Teacher, and much appreciated you guys swinging by the channel and checking the video out today. And we're going to be talking about walking topwaters. I'm going to give you guys a full tutorial on it, a good little seminar on it, because walking topwaters start working good once that water temperature starts to get about 60 degrees or so. So it's not going to be too much longer, probably another 3 or 4 weeks in most part of the country. So we're going to give you guys some good tips and advice on it, because this is probably one of the most exciting ways to catch a bass is have one of them coming up there and just hammer one of those walking topwaters. So we'll get into that today. Also, guys, real quick reminder, anyone out there interested in booking an on-the-water lesson with me, you can do that by going to my Facebook page, Randy Blaukat Professional Angler, and just shoot me a private message. And also, guys, we only have one more week left in the sale on my Solar Bat Series RB2 and RB3 series sunglasses. Right now, you can get them at 30% off, including prescription lenses. So if you guys have prescriptions, you can get them in my Solar Bat frames here. I'll put the link in the description for that. Really appreciate that. Okay, guys, let's talk about my two favorite topwaters, walking topwaters. My favorite one to use is the Megabass diamanté walking topwater. This is a super natural looking topwater. It's got a little bit tighter swing than some of them does, but guys, I'd catch a ton of fish on this. And another thing, just a side note here, the hooks that come on this thing, on this diamanté, I have never seen treble hooks as sharp as this. You can't even hardly touch them without getting stuck on it. I'll put my diamanté link and my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of the video too. And also, guys, just the old school Zara Spook. Zara Spook, Megabass diamanté, those are really the only two walking topwaters you need. But I'll link the Spook in there, both of them in my Tackle Warehouse link. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about equipment, cadence, conditions, all the type of stuff. First of all, to maximize the walking on a walking topwater, you need to have the right equipment. And the right equipment is you got to have a rod shorter than 7 foot, because if you have something over 7 foot, the twitching on it is a little bit more lethargic. So my favorite rod for it is a 6 foot 11 inch. I usually use that Megabass 110 Special. You want a medium action rod that doesn't have a very stiff tip. You need to have a little bit of flex on that tip in order to really walk that bait good. And then usually I'll pair it up with like 14 to 17 pound test monofilament line on it. You don't want to use fluorocarbon because it'll sink it. I don't like using braid because it's just, there's no forgiveness on it. Mono is the best setup on that. Usually like a 7-to-1 retrieve reel. So that's the setup on it. The next thing with it is how you want to work the thing. Now, if you're not familiar with a walking topwater, it's just what it says. It just goes side to side like that, and you're just twitching it. It's like you throw it out there, and you just get it going in the cage like boom, 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 and you can walk it different, swaths based upon how forcefully your twitch is. Also, guys, you can do what's called a half walk with it, where you can like do a twitch like that, and then a harder one, like a soft twitch and a harder twitch, and it'll walk in one direction. So there's a lot of things you can do with it. Some of the big Ozark masters with this, like Charlie Campbell, who sort of was famous for a spook, he could actually like walk it around a stump almost. Once you get good with it, you can do a lot of different stuff with it. But just like I said, a medium walk and retrieve on it. Now, the speed of the retrieve on it has a lot to do with your water visibility and your water temperature more than anything else. The warmer, the clearer the water is, the faster I work my topwaters. In warm, super clear water, I'll be going boom, 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 just making them go real fast. And if the water has a little bit more off color to it, say 2.5 or 3 foot visibility, and the water's like not real hot, maybe in the 60s or 70s, I slow it down, and sometimes I'll even stop it. Another thing you can do to catch some good fish on a walking topwater is when you throw it out there, this is like for a clear water situation, throw it out there and then just reel it as fast as you can without doing anything, and make it just skitter all over the top of the water like that, and then just kill it. And don't even move it, just kill it and let all the ripples dissipate. And a lot of times when you're reeling it real fast and making it go all crazy, it'll get the attention of a fish. They come to look at it, and it's sitting still like that, and as soon as you twitch it a couple times, they'll come up and blast it. So that's just a few tricks that have worked for me. Okay, now the conditions that you fish it in, a walking topwater is a pretty versatile bait in terms of what you can throw it around. It works around shallow grass, it works around laydowns in the water. It works around boat docks. It works around any shallow cover. It will also bring fish out of deep water. There was one angler, you guys may know him, his name was Clayton Douglas, and he used to fish the old Redman tournaments I did back here in the Ozarks, and he was famous for his air spook, and he'd fish at over 50 and 60 foot of water. He'd get out there, you know, on those big main lake points and just fan cast it in 40, 50, 60 foot of water and pull those suspended fish up off the bottom and catch them on it. That was before modern electronics. But for me, the best thing for a spook is I like to target fish with it. I like to bring my spook past some type of target, whether it be a stump in the water, a dock, a grass edge of a lily pad. It just seems like when you work that thing around an ambush point, it's really, really good. Obviously, spook is going to be the best in low light condition. That's why they work better, or any type of walking topwater. Low light conditions, earlier morning, late in the day, cloudy days, rainy days, those are going to be by far your best topwater days for it, with the exception of smallmouth fishing. If you're fishing for smallmouth exclusively, like up on the Great Lakes, you can catch them on calm, sunny conditions, but smallmouth act completely different than largemouth. But a perfect situation, if you want to catch some, if you get a day out there, let's say the water temperature is, 70 degrees or warmer. This is my favorite. 70-degree water temperature, water visibility, over 3 feet, 3, 4, 5 foot of clarity, not much wind, fairly light wind, and a heavy overcast or even a sprinkling light rain, not any type of rain that impacts the surface, but almost like a little misty type rain. You get those conditions, guys, in the Clearwater Lake when that water's 70, and you're going to catch some good fish on a topwater. Now, for me, the best topwater fishing for a walking topwater is the springtime of the year and the fall time of the year. That's when you can catch them throughout the entire day with it. Now, in the summertime of the year, there's usually a smaller window, maybe right off the bat in the morning or in the evening when it starts to get really, really a lot of shadow and low light. But for the most part, my two favorite months to fish a walking topwater are mid to late April into May, and then again, late September into early November. That just seemed like when it works really good. So anyway, guys, I'll put my diamanté link in the description. If you guys want a good walking topwater, you won't be disappointed in this. Really, really good bait, and hope it helps you guys catch some. We'll see you.